firstly, have you got a team for us for tomorrow? And talk us through the rationale.
Yep, with unfortunately Nathan Smith and BJ Jacobs aren't playing the first one. I guess a similar makeup to what we had in Sri Lanka. A little bit of continuity and then a few boys coming back, Rachin and Matt Henry. So yeah, long batting lineup and a few spinners.
Yeah, I was going to say it gives you a lot of options across the 11 with guys who can bowl a bit, but also bat right down the order. Did that influence selection?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I think just with we've got a few all-rounders now in the makeup that can offer some overs with the ball, which is always handy. I think these days having 5 bowlers it can be tough with matchups and so on. So, but yeah, I think pretty happy with the balance and good to go for tomorrow.
I guess there's a bit of intent there to start this series well. First white ball series of the home summer in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a great series. We obviously saw how Sri Lanka, how good they were in their home conditions. So, I guess conditions slightly different to probably what they're used to, but we know they're a quality side. A very side that's been together for a while now, and have some great players coming through. So, but it's always good to play in front of our home fans, and it doesn't change tomorrow night here at the Mount.
For the games ahead.
Yeah, I think we have a nice little period now of white ball cricket coming up with a major tournament coming up as well. But it starts tomorrow here. It's a great opportunity for a few of these boys to play in front of hopefully a pretty full house here at the Mount and just enjoy it. I guess they've been picked for their skills, what they've done in domestic cricket, and it doesn't change. We want them to have that freedom and to play their own way and. As a collective, all buy into the team.
So obviously, the likes of Tim Robinson, Zach, Mitch, who are going to be playing. They've obviously played overseas. When you come home and it's your first black caps, I guess, how are their energy levels, and does it take you back to when you first joined and had the first games?
Yeah, I think they. I guess with the bat over in Sri Lanka, it was some challenging pitches, especially for Robbo, and I think he'll be getting ready to get out there on I'd imagine a pretty good one. But yeah, it's a great experience. Playing all over the world and different conditions, and I guess coming back here, the boys have played a lot of domestic cricket here, and kind of know how the pitch is going to play and what the conditions are going to be like. So yeah, I think the physicals for them and the whole squad are pretty high, leading into a pretty tough series.
There's obviously the conditions, but also just the fact that you are playing in front of a full New Zealand crowd with the bird on your chest. What's your specific advice to those newer guys who are going to have their first sort of taste of what it's like to play Black Caps in the home international summer?
Yeah, just to enjoy and embrace it. It's pretty cool. Playing in front of your home fans. It doesn't get much better and at a pretty nice ground. So I think the moment can get the best of you at times, but it's just trying to relax and enjoy it. It's just a game at the end of the day, but we're all out there together, and that's our kind of mantra is to be all in it together and show that out in the field and back everyone, and the trust is there from everyone behind whoever's bowling or whoever's batting. So just have that freedom to just embrace it and enjoy yourself.
Cool. And just last one before I pass it over to any of the other media who are here. Bay Oval obviously had a bit of an upgrade here as well, looking pretty good for those who aren't here. Can you talk to us about the development and the continual sort of growth of this ground, which is obviously one of your home grounds? Yeah,
it looks like an absolute picture. Usually a pretty quick outfield. We did some fielding today, which is get value for shots. Conditions, it's usually pretty nice. Weather looks good for tomorrow, and nice little upgraded extension of the pavilion there. It's it's a great area now. It's I think something about watching cricket on a grass bank, it's so cool. I mean, grew up watching a lot at Seddon Park, sitting on the grass bank when I was a kid, so it kind of brings back those memories.
Anything from just a quick one on Sri Lanka then, their kind of key threats, and they've never won a series over here in white ball cricket, but they're a hugely talented side, aren't they? So I guess where do you see the threats from them, and where will the keys be for this series? Yeah,
I think if you look at their team, it's probably one of the best teams they've produced. As a collective, I think they have all bases covered. I think obviously a few the fast bowlers, Patiran is always a challenge, and Asitha and spinners, obviously we know how good they are, and they showed that in Sri Lanka. But I think their middle order, their batting, their top six is dangerous all the way through. So we've got to be on tomorrow, and a few lefties, which produces a little bit of a challenge. But yeah, I think a few of the young boys have showed how good they can be, and I think that group they've got together can take their team forward for a number of years going forward. They're all kind of mid to late 20s, which is a good spot.
Cool. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
මැච් එක දිනන්න වැඩිම වගකීමෙන් අඩුම මිලකට හොඳම ක්‍රීඩා භාණ්ඩ ලබා ගන්න ලංකාවේ කවුරුත් දන්න ලසන්ත අමරසිංහගේ බොරැල්ලේ චාන්ස් ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ආයතනයට එන්න.
කරන්ට් කපුවනේ කරන්ට්ියත් ලයිට් තියෙන නම් තත්ත්වයෙන් ඉහළ ග්‍රීන් ඉලෙක්ට්‍රික් රීචාර්ජබල් LED බල්බම තෝරා ගන්න. විදුලි බලය නොමැතිව පැය 4ක් පුරා දැල්වෙන වසරක වගකීමක් සහිත එකම බල්බය. ග්‍රීන් ඉලෙක්ට්‍රික් රටම එළියයි ප්‍රමිතියෙන් ඉහළයි.